So I think this is one of the most important concepts for content creators. And here's what it basically is. I said that discovery is very hard, and it is. Like, if you are a smaller content creator and you're trying to be discovered, it's so difficult to do. At the same time, you're one video away or one clip or one Reddit post away from being absolutely huge. It's really crazy how this works. But the principle is that, like, if something you were to do goes viral, that one shot will bring in so many more views and so much more attention than anything you might have done. So that's why you see people like Ninja, where Ninja on Twitch, right? He streamed for, I know he did YouTube for 7 years, doing everything from Halo to H1Z1 to PUBG. And it was really like a couple of moments, that thing with Drake and like him switching to Fortnite, that really increased his viewership to the point of where it's at, right? And you'll see a lot of similar stories with a lot of content creators from YouTube and Twitch. So why is this important to understand? Because all that matters is the number of at-bats you have, and then your ability to get those out and expose them. If you have a really funny moment and you have like a really entertaining moment, and that defines your brand going forward, all you need to have is like one of those, or 1, 2, or 3 of those. And the only way that you get those is that you start creating as many things as possible, right? As many of those moments as possible. And then you find unique ways to share them. Like, that's the whole point behind the contest, right, that we're doing right now, is if I have a really good moment and that gets on Reddit, well, that's gonna be it, basically. It's a really cool thing, I think, to think about. If you, and it's true on every platform, right? If the next 1,000 images I do on Instagram will kind of like be a baseline of popularity. If one of them gets into the right discovery, and then all of a sudden, like, everybody comes in. It's super cool how that works. That's like one of the most exciting things of like creating stuff to me, is that, like, it's like, okay, we're one shot away from crazy success, right? Even though it feels so far away. It just takes people a long time to get there. Usually. Because they have to figure out how to create those moments. Then you have to make them stay. Even having the possibility of being discovered, you still have to make them stay. Yeah, but your moment does that for you, right? Because if you have that like really unique moment, that in itself is creating those people to come to you. Does that make sense? I don't know if I explained that. Let's go. Thank you, Cloud. My man. Thanks for keeping up your Twitch Prime with me, dude. It makes a big difference. Thank you. Can you explain the discovery concept on Instagram? Yeah. I sort of can. It's like a really long and involved thing. Yeah, it's the EverQuest 1 skeleton. I liked it better than the other one. The level up sound, I think, is on donations. And then there's a top donation sound, too. Would you consider hosts part of that discovery? I see a lot of big streamers host people, then not much traction. So I used to think that hosts made a big difference, but now I don't. And the reason is because I personally get hosted by a lot of really big broadcasters, because I've had a history in esports, and I've been hosted like multiple times by Aframu. I've been hosted by I'm a Cutie Pie. I've been hosted by like a lot of people, right? The thing is, when you're looking for content from Aframu, right? You're looking for like a really good League of Legends player who is like pretty chill and has some hype moments, but like is like, you know, just like in a certain mode. And then if he hosts like a guy streaming Realm Royale and talking about content creation, no one's going to stay, because none of that audience is looking for that kind of thing. Does that make sense? That's why I don't think hosts are a really big deal, unless you have hosts from people that are exactly relevant to what you're trying to create. But I don't think there's anyone that does exactly what I do on Twitch, or is going to do, rather. So it's kind of like hard. Yeah.